Lyric Writing in 5 Easy Steps, a practical step-by-step guide by Jye Bryant. So you've decided that you want to write lyrics. Perhaps you've even written some already and want to fine-tune your creative process. Or maybe you've always wanted to be a lyricist but have never known quite where to begin. Well, whether you're concocting parodies of other people's songs or producing the next #1 hit, this book will assist you in creating high-quality, inventive, and entertaining rhyming verses. We've all heard our fair share of good and bad lyrics, and maybe you've even written your own. I know I certainly have. But no matter your level of proficiency or experience, this book will guide you ever so gently through 5 easy-to-follow practical steps where you can develop and refine your lyric writing skills. If we're being completely honest, not everyone can just write what they feel or make something up on the spot. Most creative people require scaffolded systems and structured processes, and that is precisely what this book provides. For as long as humans have been able to speak, we've probably been formulating all types of rhyming verses in order to entertain, educate, and comfort one another. From Mary Had a Little Lamb to Dante's Inferno, rhyming verses have been passed down, often orally, from generation to generation. But how do we get there? How do we compose meaningful and lasting rhyming verses that people feel compelled to recite over and over, way beyond our own expiry dates? Well, that's what we shall explore in the coming pages. I've divided this book into 2 sections. Part 1, the 5 easy steps, and Part 2, the Lyricist toolbox. In Part 1, I'll introduce the 5 simple steps, each with their own practical tasks, which I personally find useful when embarking on my own lyric writing journeys, especially on the days when I'm lacking inspiration, which is far more often than I'd like. How you approach this is entirely up to you. You can complete the 5 steps in one short bus ride or leisurely wander through them over a period of weeks or months. You do you. Part 2 is designed to complement and support the 5 steps by delving deeper into terminology, extended rhyming techniques, structural variations, writing resources, and lastly, some suggestions on what to do after you've finished writing your lyrics. While I've learned plenty of things over the past 20+ years of lyric writing, as a writer and educator, I do not claim to be an expert or authority on the subject. There are many different schools of thought, and each has its own loyal followers and merits. Therefore, the contents of this book are entirely subjective and my own personal opinion, which you can take or leave as required. Before we start creating copious amounts of wonderfully witty or evocatively emotive lyrics, let's first pose this simple 2-pronged question. What is a lyric, and how does it differ from a poem? Well, some people, not me, might say that a lyric and a poem are the same thing, while there are others, me, who fervently disagree, claiming there are big and important differences between the two. For the sake of clarity, let's start with the following distinction. Generally speaking, a poem is written as a poem and recited at the discretion of the speaker, who can recite the text at their own speed and with their own interpretation of rhythm and tone. A lyric, however, is written as a lyric, with the intention of being sung or set to music, where a composer or songwriter specifies, sometimes through musical notation, sometimes not, the rhythm, tone, and tempo. Some lyricists say that lyrics cannot be fully appreciated until they are sung, and so are incomplete without music. Therefore, some lyricists, again not me, go on to say that lyrics should never be read aloud, only sung. Regardless of your own personal understanding of lyrics and their relationship to poetry, we will focus on the practical task of creating lyrics and leave the philosophical conversations to academics, Puritans, and those who have too much time on their hands. Lastly, but most importantly, not all lyrics need to rhyme and/or fit into a simple 4-line structure. Lyrics, as you probably already know, come in a wide range of styles, structures, and lengths, each with their own uses. This book focuses on one of many lyric writing methods which provides a useful starting point, and as your skills and confidence develops, you will no doubt establish your own processes and habits. Until then, this book will serve as an innovative and effective instruction manual designed to inspire lyricists of all levels and abilities to author the highest quality rhyming verses. Now it's time to get to work.